We're going to the car. Stop. Do not pull away from me. Ma'am, do not pull away from me.
Not answer any questions or make any...
You better not drive like idiot! I'm not doing anything! I'm not doing anything!
I want to read you your Miranda rights before I ask you any questions, okay?
Yeah, you shut up before you put the... You didn't even witness an assault. Is that your married brother?
I have a witness there, okay?
Eat your mother's dick.
Have you ever seen entitlement go so far that it results in a dramatic, high-stakes confrontation? In this video, we dive into Karen's arrest, where her unchecked arrogance leads to a thrilling showdown with law enforcement. Let's start with this boyfriend, Peter, who didn't think the law applied to her. On January 30th, 2022, a volatile domestic disturbance was reported to law enforcement, prompting a police response to a rental property. The incident involved a confrontation between a man and his girlfriend, marked by physical altercations and significant property damage. At approximately 10 p.m., officers arrived at the scene where they encountered a man who had been allegedly assaulted by his girlfriend.
No, I'm the victim. He was asleep.
Okay.
And she came home. They're staying in that room.
Okay.
So you asked him that you asked him to have explain this to us, and he is. So let him finish.
No,
real quick.
all that happened was it was just kind of back and forth until she kind of just stopped. And then in the interim, while all this is occurring, she's just throwing his shit into the street. It's normally a hotel, but we rented all the rooms.
Okay.
So are you saying she punched you? I'm just trying to figure out what I'm
She hit
dealing
me
with.
a lot.
Okay, let me see your face.
Oh, my face is fine.
No, I want to see your face. Did you see her hit him at all?
The man reported that in a fit of rage over suspected infidelity, his girlfriend had thrown his personal belongings out of the window and subsequently broke the window by throwing an object through it. The girlfriend then reportedly crawled through the broken window to continue her aggressive behavior.
Quit laughing. I'm embarrassed as fuck. I know, but I'm just saying. It all started over 2 years.
You guys live together?
Yes.
When she was throwing things at you and all of that, like, did she get physical with you at all?
I wasn't here for that. No, I don't really know if it happened. She's hit me numerous times.
Was it a punch or a slap or what was it?
No, she just gets violent and I don't want to deal with it, so I lock myself in another room. But when she started breaking out windows and throwing shit for life.
Upon their arrival, the police assessed the situation and conducted interviews with both parties. The man explained that while there was a heated argument, he had no visible injuries and had locked himself in a room to avoid further confrontation. Officers observed the broken window and the scattered belongings outside as evidence of the disturbance. They also questioned the girlfriend, who admitted to throwing items and causing the window damage, but downplayed the physical confrontation, attributing her actions to anger over the cheating allegations.
So did anything happen?
He's just an asshole.
Okay, well, what happened?
Well, he went to a strip club and was trying to cheat on me, and I caught him, so I got mad at him. I threw everything out the window. If you're gonna hide in a room downstairs and you can't sleep with me, then you know you're guilty. So I'm just pissed. He didn't touch me, do anything, but caught him in the act, so that's it.
Okay, did you touch him at all?
Yeah, I did slap him.
You did?
That's a big, yeah.
Okay.
Y'all are gonna arrest me?
We have to. It's domestic. Do you have shoes that you want?
No, I'm not gonna f***ing relax. Because you're gonna f***ing take me to jail, really? Because you're gonna cheat on me?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Do you want a jacket? Tell me.
If a dude's gonna try to cheat on me and it's my fault,
Do you want a jacket?
no, I don't want a jacket. I'll walk down the street naked.
Stand by for a second. Ma'am, don't pull away from me. I'm trying to
No, I'm ready to
double lock these cuffs so that they don't.
Baby.
No.
Baby.
We're going to the car. Stop. Do not pull away from me. Ma'am, do not pull away from me. Ma'am.
All right, cover her up. Come on.
Stand up.
The girlfriend exhibited resistance during the arrest, expressing frustration and disbelief about the situation. She initially refused to cooperate, including declining to wear a jacket despite the officer's offers.
It's gonna cover you up, all right?
May I move this way for just a second? No. I gotta get the seatbelt. I have the seatbelt.
Her behavior included verbal outbursts and physical resistance as she was being taken into custody. Following her arrest, the girlfriend was charged with multiple offenses: damage to property, resisting arrest, and battery. She was processed and held in custody until her first appearance in court. During this initial court appearance, she faced legal scrutiny regarding her actions and their consequences. Per Florida statutes, Chapter 843, Section 02, resisting arrest without violence is a misdemeanor of the first degree. It can result in up to 1 year in jail and a fine up to $1,000. This charge applies to individuals who obstruct or resist a law enforcement officer in the performance of their duties without using physical force. In addition, battery, defined in Florida statutes, Chapter 784, Section 03. Battery involves causing physical harm to another person. If the victim is considered a family member or household member, the charge is classified as a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Repeated offenses or injuries of a more severe nature can elevate the charge to a felony. Clearly, this is not the worst case where Karen is arrested. Just wait until you see this insane boyfriend goes nuts on police after being arrested. In a dramatic turn of events on August 24, 2023, police responded to a domestic disturbance call involving a boyfriend and his reportedly intoxicated girlfriend in an unspecified location. The situation quickly escalated as officers arrived at the scene.
So my girlfriend was here, her phone was like all off and stuff.
She is down the street now, and her dad is down there with her.
At the dealer's house. And I came here because she said she was at work.
You know that, and they've been trying to get her help for a long time.
And then she came out, and then that's when I got out and was like, hey, what's going on? And I was still on the phone with the operator at this time, and she was like, hey, I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to be showing her. She's coming back to fight everyone and beat the shit out of the cops. Coming back to fight everyone is what she edited to. I can't believe you called the cops, of all people. Hope you never get to Streetsgate again without a pig in your way.
Upon arrival, officers encountered a chaotic scene where the girlfriend, visibly agitated and allegedly under the influence, resisted police attempts to intervene. She vehemently protested her arrest, accusing the officers of mishandling the situation and displaying incompetence.
I'm not doing anything. You have these handcuffs. What am I gonna do?
Now you're getting charged with interference. I told you. I understand that, but I'm not gonna take her trying to run away and swing at me and kick at me. You kick at me again, you're getting an additional charge.
I can't even hurt you. Tighten them. Stop tightening them on me.
Along with all of her cards.
Please, hurt.
Have a seat.
According to the transcript from the incident, the woman continuously argued with officers, refusing to cooperate and demanding explanations for her arrest. Despite officers' attempts to calm her down and explain the situation, she remained defiant and uncooperative throughout the encounter.
Okay, Sadie, I'm gonna...
It hurts so bad, please.
Okay, Sadie.
Please, it hurts. It hurts.
If you take a deep breath for a second, if you're willing to cooperate, Sadie.
No, you have me all worked up.
Like you were doing before.
Do whatever you want.
Okay, I want to check the handcuffs to make sure it's not too tight, but the only way that happens...
Do it.
Okay, turn and face towards that wall for me. Okay.
This is even
I will give
worse.
you a chance to talk.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
I am not doing anything. I'm not.
When you get to the station, they'll take them off, okay?
I want to read you your Miranda rights before I ask you any questions, okay?
Yeah, you should have before you put the handcuffs on me.
I don't need
If you knew how to be a cop, you would have done it before you
Afford to hire a lawyer. One will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not answer any questions, or make any statements. Do you understand each of your rights that I've explained to you today?
No, I don't.
The woman's actions led to her being charged with multiple offences, including domestic assault, assaulting a police officer, and interference with official acts. These charges underscored the seriousness of her conduct during the incident.
I will explain
Can I
that to you in a
please
second.
just come out and talk to you like a normal human being?
Nope, we're past that. Because you've kicked at me, you've proven that you can't be cooperative,
Okay,
we're past
is it
that.
your job to know how to deal with that shit? I'm a 100-pound white bitch. You guys haven't listened to a single word. Do you see the marks on me?
Yes or no?
Amendment.
Sadie, you tell them.
Fifth Amendment!
Tell them I can take your car or it's going to be towed.
Following her arrest, the legal process unfolded as she was processed and informed of her rights, including the right to remain silent and the right to legal representation. Despite initial resistance, she was taken into custody and faced a subsequent legal proceeding where the charges against her were formally addressed.
I wish I was double jointed so f***ing bad right now. I can't even wear it properly if you have me f***ing handcuffed. What if we f***ing crash? I'll literally die. Yeah, then you guys better not drive like.
Stop. All right. I'm going to put a hobble restraint on you and I'm going to restrain your legs if you continue.
Fine, put me in a f***ing straight jacket.
So now all I have is his side of the story to go off of, and that's why everything's going to be documented as a simple. Okay. Now, if you want to tell me what, okay,
Paddy wagon.
they're on their way here now. Okay. Do you have any questions for me, or any more questions?
Can I hit my feet?
The aftermath of the incident highlights the repercussions of her actions. Being charged with such offences not only led to immediate legal consequences, but also potentially significant long-term implications for her personal and legal standing.
The back of the car?
Just right here. Okay. That's fine, right there.
Well, I can't really.
I gave you a chance, and then you continued. You continued to kick at me. The first time I was going to let go of, but you continued to kick at me, and that's a problem.
Overall, the incident serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities and challenges faced by law enforcement officers in handling volatile situations. It also underscores the importance of cooperation and adherence to legal protocols during police encounters to mitigate escalating tensions and ensure procedural fairness. According to Florida statutes, the woman involved in this incident may face several serious penalties. Charges, such as resisting arrest without violence, outlined in Florida statutes, Section 843. 02 could result in a first-degree misdemeanor charge. Penalties for this offense may include up to 1 year in jail, probation, and fines up to $1,000. Additionally, charges related to assault on a police officer and interference with official acts could further complicate her legal situation. These charges highlight the potential consequences of her actions, underscoring the importance of legal compliance and cooperation during police interactions under Florida law. This girl was insane, but not the worst. Just wait until you see this next one. At approximately 11:10 a.m. on November 12, 2022, officers Dylan Arkilla and Marco Grossman, accompanied by Sergeant Francisco Rosa from the Hoboken Police Department, swiftly responded to a distress call reporting an altercation in front of City Hall at 94 Washington Street. Upon arrival, they encountered two elderly individuals, identified as 87-year-old Israel and 73-year-old Nydia, who pointed out a woman seated on a nearby bench as the aggressor.
¿Qué pasó?
She attacked him first and then she attacked her.
Y ahora ella me tiró a mí, me partió ahí en el dedo.
¿Esa señora ahí?
Mira el sillón. Caí patada arriba.
Okay.
La cosplaya que yo soy. Yo soy sobreviviente de cáncer. Yo estoy enfermo.
Okay, tengo la ambulancia que viene ahora, okay?
Acting promptly, Officer Arkilla approached the woman, later identified as 45-year-old Tara Montefusco.
The guy comes over, stands right here, right where you are, and then Batista feeds the birds. I said, don't feed them that. It's in a bag. You don't know what's wrong with that. All night long, I'm getting cut. I'm getting cut. My money's stolen. Don't tell me to sit down. My money is stolen. My ID is stolen. Everything's stolen. All night long, I'm cut.
Further investigation uncovered that Tara allegedly seized the 87-year-old man's cane and struck him on his left hand. When the 73-year-old woman intervened to assist, Tara allegedly escalated the altercation, resulting in additional injuries to the elderly woman. Hoboken EMS arrived on the scene promptly to assess the victim's conditions. The 73-year-old woman required transport to Hoboken University Medical Center for medical treatment, while the 87-year-old man declined further medical attention.
What does that have to do with the guy? Just get up, put your hands behind your back. All right, being arrested for assault, okay?
You didn't even witness a assault. Is that your married brother?
I have a witness there, okay?
You suck eat your mother's dick. You're pushing me.
Shut up.
Don't get.
Add a charge, she just spat on me.
Officer Arkilla informed Tara of her arrest for assault, and she was placed in handcuffs and escorted to a waiting patrol car. During transport, Tara reportedly spat at Officer Arkilla. Upon arrival at Hoboken Police Department headquarters, Officer Liana Palladino conducted a thorough search of Tara, during which it was discovered that she had an outstanding warrant. Tara was processed and fingerprinted at the station before being transferred to the Hudson County Correctional Facility by Officers Quinn and Azaleen. Tara Montefusco faces multiple charges, including aggravated assault, simple assault, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, and assaulting a law enforcement officer by throwing bodily fluids. When cops serve instant karma to Karens. Have you ever witnessed instant karma in action? In this video, we showcase moments when entitled Karens push their luck too far and face immediate consequences from the cops. Let's start with this woman who thought she knew her rights. On January 17th, 2022, Officer Sean Banks of the Gulf Breeze Police Department in Gulf Breeze, Florida, pulled over 34-year-old Haley Brooks Smith for allegedly driving 54 miles per hour in a 35 miles per hour zone.
Well, you were doing 54 and a 35. Any reason for that speed tonight?
After Miss Smith stopped her vehicle, Officer Banks approached the driver's side window and began questioning her. Officer Banks requested her license.
You got your license, registration, proof of insurance.
You don't have to have a license to drive a car.
Yes, you do.
You do not.
Registration and proof of insurance. But the woman claimed she did not need these documents because she was not operating a commercial vehicle.
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a car. This is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
The woman repeatedly argued that under common law and natural law, she was not required to have a driver's license.
I know my rights.
Okay.
Very well.
That's what you want to stick with?
She insisted that she was merely traveling and not driving, a common argument among those who identify as sovereign citizens.
I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
Okay. Despite multiple requests, the woman refused to step out of her vehicle.
Young lady, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle. Last time I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to make you move. Step out the vehicle.
She demanded a supervisor continue to assert her perceived rights.
Call a supervisor right
Okay.
now.
All right.
Right now.
And failed to provide identification.
So do you have an ID or you have a driver's license?
No, I don't have a driver's license on me.
Okay.
Officer Banks warned her multiple times about the legal consequences of her non-compliance. Officer Banks, after several warnings, was forced to physically remove the woman from the vehicle.
You're gonna get out of the car.
I haven't been suspected of a crime.
You are being legally stopped on a traffic stop. You are not being cooperative. It is not a Terry stop. Trust me, I know the difference. You were speeding. Turn the vehicle off and get out of the car. Out of the car now.
She was informed that her actions were illegal under Florida law and that she was being detained for failing to produce a valid driver's license.
You're in the state of Florida. State of Florida requires you to have a driver's license to operate a motor vehicle.
Sir, it doesn't matter what state I'm in.
See, that's your problem, is you say it doesn't matter, but it does. In this country, it does. I don't care about what laws you say you have.
During the inventory of her vehicle, police discovered narcotics, adding to her legal troubles. She continued to argue that the laws did not apply to her, maintaining her stance even as she was taken into custody.
You say that our laws don't matter to you, so what's the matter?
Obviously, I don't have any laws right now.
No, there's plenty of laws. You're just breaking them.
I don't have to mind laws that aren't valid.
The woman was arrested and charged with driving without a valid license, obstructing an officer, and possession of felony narcotics.
Drugs inside the vehicle, you are under arrest now for possession of felony narcotics.
Her claim of sovereign citizenship did not exempt her from these charges. Following her arrest, she faced legal proceedings where her arguments about sovereign citizenship were dismissed. In court, the focus was on her violation of Florida's traffic laws and the possession of illegal substances. The suspect violated several Florida statutes. Firstly, driving without a valid license, Florida Statute 322.03. This statute mandates that all drivers must possess a valid driver's license. Violating this can result in a misdemeanor punishable by up to 60 days in jail, a fine of up to $500, or both. Secondly, obstruction of justice, Florida Statute 843.02. Resisting an officer without violence is a misdemeanor of the first degree. This offense can result in up to 1 year in jail, a fine of up to $1,000, or both. Finally, possession of controlled substances, Florida Statute 893.13. Possessing narcotics without a prescription is a felony. Penalties can include up to 5 years in prison, probation, and fines. Seems like this woman just let herself in hot water, but wait until you see this next case, which might be even worse. On April 25th, 2022, a routine traffic stop by the police took a dramatic turn when Dedra, the passenger in the stopped vehicle, exhibited increasingly erratic behavior, leading to her arrest. The incident began when cops serve instant karma to Karens. Have you ever witnessed instant karma in action? In this video, we showcase moments when entitled Karens push their luck too far and face immediate consequences.
I stopped you because when you're leaving 7-Eleven, you got to stop before the clearly white marked bar, which was the crosswalk.
This is from the cops. Let's start with this woman who thought she knew her rights.
Well, do you have your license registration? And ma'am, do you have your license as well?
I sure do.
Okay, is it okay if I see it, please?
You sure can.
Thank you, ma'am.
On January 17th, 2022, Officer Sean Banks of the Gulf Breeze Police Department in Gulf Breeze, Florida, pulled over 34-year-old Haley.
George, whatever you want. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And then, do you have a driver's license as well? No, have it with you. Are you able to roll down the window, please?
Brooke Smith for allegedly driving 54 miles per hour in a 35 miles per hour zone. After Miss Smith.
Alright, ma'am. So a dog deposited alert to the odor of a narcotic emitting from the vehicle. I'm not saying that there's anything inside the vehicle, it's just saying that there is an odor emitting from the vehicle. At that time, it does give us probable cause to search the vehicle, so I'm asking each one of you to step out one at a time.
Smith stopped her vehicle. Officer Banks approached the driver's side window and began questioning.
Ma'am, if you'd mind, just go ahead and stepping out first for me and leave your bag in the car.
Her. Officer Banks requested her license, registration, and proof of insurance, But the woman...
No, you never had to take my phone because I...
So we get the dog
Oh, they didn't do it last time when you searched me? Yeah, I took my phone on there too. I'll give you back your phone. I just need to take the phone. I'm not taking your phone.
Claimed she did not need these documents because she was not operating a commercial vehicle. The woman repeated...
What is it then?
I don't do ice.
And what is it?
Molly.
Molly? Okay. It looked a little crystallized to me. We're just gonna, you can go turn around. We're gonna go back to this car right here, okay?
Repeatedly argued that under common law and natural law, she...
When you put them on the powder, you hear that substance has cocaine on it. You see that blue right there? That's cocaine.
She was not required to have a driver's license. She insisted that she was merely...
Put your own back here because of that. Why? Because it's department policy, you're under arrest at this time.
traveling and not driving. A common argument among those who identify as sovereign citizens.
Place back on you and be placed to that. If you do not do that, I'm going to put your arm over there. We will cuff you to it. Put the cuff a little tighter so you can't slip it and handcuff you to that. I will also put cuffs on both of your hands, put them behind your back and cuff that to there so it makes it more difficult for you, and then I will charge you with resisting.
Citizens. Despite multiple requests, the woman refused to step out of her vehicle.
Don't touch me.
All right. Now you can charge that. We got our tough fighting.
She demanded a supervisor continue to assert her perceived rights and failed to provide identification. Officer Banks warned her multiple times about the...
About to get tased. My arm is this hard!
Okay, bring it up and put it behind your back now. Turn over, ma'am. Now. Put it behind your back. You don't need to roll over like that now.
Legal consequences of her non-compliance. Officer Banks, after several warnings, was forced to physically remove the woman from the vehicle. She was informed that her actions were illegal under Florida law and that she was being detained for failing to produce a valid driver's license. During the inventory of her vehicle, police discovered narcotics, adding to her legal troubles. She continued to argue that the laws did not apply to her, maintaining her stance even as she was taken into custody. The woman was arrested and charged with driving without a valid license, obstructing an officer, and possession of felony narcotics. Her claim of sovereign citizenship did not exempt her from these charges. Following her arrest, she faced legal proceedings where her arguments about sovereign citizenship were dismissed. In court, the focus was on her violation of Florida's traffic laws and the possession of illegal substances. The suspect violated several Florida statutes. Firstly, driving without a valid license, Florida Statute 322.03. This statute mandates that all drivers must possess a valid driver's license. Violating this can result in a misdemeanor punishable by up to 60 days in jail, a fine of up to $500, or both. Secondly, obstruction of justice, Florida Statute 843.02. Resisting an officer without violence is a misdemeanor of the first degree. This offense can result in up to 1 year in jail, a fine of up to $1,000, or both. Finally, possession of controlled substances, Florida Statute 893.13. Possessing narcotics without a
I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. I got life insurance. I can do what I want.
Prescription is a felony. Penalties can include up to 5 years in prison, probation, and fines. Seems like this woman
I'm going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere till you kill. Hurt me. Don't kick me.
just let herself in hot water. But wait until you see this next case, which might be even worse.
What? I swear you take my car. I take medicine for this. I can't breathe. Can you just leave the door open?
Yep.
Please.
Put your foot back in and calm down.
I will.
On April 25th, 2022, a routine traffic stop by the police took a dramatic turn when Dedra, the passenger in the stopped vehicle, exhibited in...
I got medicine in my car. I swear you can check it. I'm sorry.
Yep. Is she good? Yep. All right, what's red?
Increasingly erratic behavior leading to her arrest. The incident began when officers from the US Police Department pulled over a driver for failing to stop before a clearly marked crosswalk. Officer approached the vehicle and explained the reason for the stop to the driver. Both the driver and Dedra, the passenger, were asked to present their licenses. While the driver compiled, Dedra hesitated and began questioning the presence of multiple police cars. Despite her agitation, she eventually handed over her identification. During the interaction, a narcotic detection dog was deployed and alerted to the presence of narcotics in the vehicle. This alert provided the officers with probable cause to search the car. Dedra was asked to step out, and she became defensive, insisting she did not possess any illegal substances. However, upon inspection, officers discovered what appeared to be Molly, MDMA, in her possession. A field test revealed that the substance was actually cocaine. As officers attempted to place